Hey, what's going on, my friends? How are ya? Hiker Dave NE here. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope everyone's doing well. So, in my last video I put out, that was in a forest right down the street from me. And I noticed some changes to a couple of the teepee structures. There's 5 of them out there, all clustered in one spot. And some of them look different. I can't tell. I found that fire ring with the birch branches laid inside of it, which I found that really interesting. I never saw that there before. It might have been there and I didn't notice it last time, but I think I would have noticed it. But in the past couple of months, since I've been out there, an entire teepee structure was moved from one tree to another, just 5 feet apart, right next to a boulder. So I knew with that landmark in my head, I could find in a video I put out a long time ago. Maybe it might have even actually been this spring. So it wasn't like it was a wicked long time ago, but months and months ago. And I went back into that video to look to see if my mind was playing tricks on me. Well, definitely not. So the first thing I want to show you is the boulder and the difference from, say, 4 months ago. So as you can see, just the limbs and sticks that are leaned up against that rock are totally different, which I almost remember every time I'm in there, something changes, something is different against that rock. The formation of these straight stick leans, they seem to always be altered a little bit different, but when I was there the other day, it was dramatically different. So the next picture I'm going to show you, a couple of pictures, are pictures of the teepee structures. There's 2 trees side by side and the rock is right on the left. So I'm going to show the old pictures from a few months ago, and then I'll show the other couple of pictures I just took from a couple days ago. A couple of screen grabs from a video is how this is going to be the hardest editing I've done yet on a video. I have been working on this since this morning, trying to make these little video clips, edit in the screenshots from months ago, then edit in screenshots from the video I made a few days ago. But it is well worth it to show you guys that, I'm not losing my mind, and you don't have to go back into the video from 3 or 4 months ago. I'll just show you the comparison. So check out a couple of these pictures of the 2 trees that are side by side, where a couple of months back, the structure was on the tree on the left, right next to the rock. Then when I went back a couple of days ago, the teepee structure completely moved 5 feet over to the tree to the right. Very fascinating to me anyways. Check it out. I hope that wasn't too confusing with all the different photos. But it's obvious that the teepee structure moved from one tree to another. And I was so excited when I came out this morning and I was starting to take screen grabs and everything. And I was going to go right back to the area and and take some pictures in comparison, but I didn't have to, because I have that video from just a few days ago where I could grab some pictures from the video in a comparison type thing. I hope you guys see what I see, what I had observed here. They're here. They're still in this area. I really think that the teepee structure that was moved was recent. I believe it to be. It could have been just a month ago. It's hard to tell because I haven't been in there. I haven't been in there in a couple of months. So at least there's still there as of, say, 3 months ago. And I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to looking closer at this area, to really in depth start to scour this area. I really want to try to focus on this spot, especially it's so close to my house, but there's so much going on here. This is the same area that I had caught that audio of that scream bark, I called it, a scream bark, where me and Walter and Patty, another kind of exploration group that lives in northern Massachusetts, we hooked up last year and we did a nighttime kind of camp out on the top of a huge hill out right in that area, like not 200 yards away from, maybe 300 yards away from those structures that are there now, that weren't there before. There was only one that was there last year. This is all stuff that has been built up just over the spring of 2019 of this year. And that teepee structure that has, oh, I'm sorry, off topic. That's that scream bark, I call it, that we got some audio. Patty and Walter brought audio equipment, and we even had a parabolic microphone, which freaked me out because you can hear a muskrat moving through the leaves from 100 yards away. But we picked up on audio that scream. We were being yelled at by something. And I'll say it, I said it before in that video, it sounded prehistoric the way it was screaming at me. Some people say it's a fisher cat, others say it's deer, others, say this and that. I've gone through, Googled sounds of North American wildlife, and I spent hours listening to different animals, and I've never heard anything like this particular sound, this scream bark. But this is all right in that same area, and I think that this is going to be a spot I'm going to focus on. I've been looking all over the place for a good place, and it was really right in front of me the whole time. Well, I wanted to share that with you guys, and thank you guys so much for clicking. And I still got some daylight left. I'm going to take a little walk out there. I want to go on the other side of that river. I don't go there too often because there's so much on my side of the river. I'm going to cross it, maybe go for a hike today. We'll see. If I do, I'll definitely bring you guys with me. Thank you guys so much for clicking, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.